your job. Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And I caught Joel by surprise.
And tell my dog to stop licking himself, and she clicks go.
Yes. Welcome to the show. We are the Newly Deads, and this is our half-hour chat show. If this is the first time you are tuning in to us, we like to review movies. That's kind of our thing. Yeah, we watch a lot of movies, so we thought, what better way to spread the love than to do a TV show and invite. That's the word I'm trying to think of. You fine fellows and ladies and theys and thems. Oh wait, what was it? Thadies and gentle thems.
Yeah.
I love that. Thadies and gentle.
Kind of like moth person.
Thems. Yeah, I love it. Anyways, so we watched a movie last night in this case. And so today we're going to review it. We've got a couple different pieces of criteria, though, in order for you to, make it so it's kind of even each time. So the first one is it needs to be under $5. We need to have found it, or it needs to be been gifted to us. Normally we find it in the wild. He usually finds it at the Dollar Tree. Sometimes we get it other places, though. You'll find out that in a second here. And then it needs to be something we've never watched, and it needs to be either in the sci-fi, horror, thriller genre-ish, kind of, most of the time.
Typically, yeah.
Yes.
We might veer out of that every once in a while.
And the reason I was saying that, this week's a little bit different is because we got this movie at our friend's store, Beach Boys Toys. Yay! So if you're getting mad because I didn't do a thumbs up. If you are in the Rockford area or vicinity, so I would say anywhere close to us, you should stop in and visit the Beach Boys at their toy store, which is located on Broadway. I'm sure Joel's going to have the address and stuff listed somewheres around here. They are like walking into your childhood, I feel like, especially if you're in, I'd say over 35?
If you're of a certain age, yeah, between 30 to 90.
Yeah.
Mostly in if you're like a 70s and 80s, 90s kid,
yes,
that range,
you will just walk in and be like, oh my gosh, all of these core memories have just been unlocked. It's a fun place to visit.
But there's even stuff from now.
Yes.
They have brand new stuff that
they do.
Is current.
You're correct. So, yes. So it's not all vintage toys, but a lot of it is. And it's so fun to find it. Yes. They have loose figures. They've got DVDs in this case. All sorts of fun things. What else can I say about Beach Boys
They're awesome
toys?
peoples. We love them, and every time we've gone there, they're always just super nice. They know who we are.
Yep.
We always find something. They're very receptive. If you have questions, just shoot them a message, and they'll be happy to answer it. And
if you want more information about them, I did a blog post about them on my Unearthing Small Business blog post,
which can be found.
Oh man, it's a long day. You can find that at thenewlydeads.com. So if you go to our blog, it says it's the blog. You'll find a lot of Mr. Newly Deads here. You'll find a lot of his reviews on movies and different things that we aren't watching most of the time, right?
Sometimes we are.
Yeah, sometimes he piggybacks it.
Cinematorium.
Yes, it's called Cinematorium. And you can find my blog, which is Unearthing Small Businesses. So I almost said small podcasts.
And we release one of each a week. So you have two things to read, one on Sunday, one on Monday.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So I am losing my brains today. I'm just letting you know.
And we'll tag
it's going to be a rough
Beach
show.
Boys Toys in the video as well. So
yes.
If you're watching the video and you're like, I don't know where to find them, it'll be in the post for the show.
But this week, what my favorite part about this whole thing is it still has the Hollywood video sticker attached to it, which is no longer in existence.
She was very excited.
I was. This week we watched Sasquatch Hunters. Sasquatch Hunters.
I have lots of thoughts.
Yeah. It is rated R.
Questionably so. I'm not sure.
I mean, they threw the F-bomb. Yeah, like F-bombs around. And
that's about all they threw.
Yeah. I don't know what SA horror means.
Stupid adults. Oh, I know. No, SA? Seniors only? No, that's an A.
Senior ass.
I've seen your ass. No, that's not. I don't know what that means. SA horror.
SA horror. Horror.
Whoa.
It says horror.
Does this one have a really long, like...
It's not horrible.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for it? I'm going to read the synopsis to y'all. So, you ready?
Yep. Here we go.
One of the world's deadliest beasts is brought to life in this terrifying tale of a team of hunters who are out to confirm the existence of an ancient primate. 2 paleontology professors, a graduate student, and 4 forest rangers head out into the remote woods of the Pacific Northwest, hoping to find evidence of a large creature that once existed in China. As the group makes its way deeper and deeper into the woods, they come upon a discovery that it far exceeds their expectations. Some sort of graveyard that shows evidence of an enormous creature. But they have disturbed something that they never should have seen, and suddenly a vicious killer is hunting the team one by one. Sasquatch Hunters.
He's the vicious
Sasquatch. Yes.
Look at him. Look how vicious this Sasquatch is.
The fear is primeval.
He's more of an attention hunter, but I don't.
Some legends don't die.
I don't understand this whole thing about primates and China, and I don't remember any of that in the movie, and I remember some of it. Something that I'll mention later, but we'll get to it.
Yeah. So do we have a trailer for this?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. All right.
I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I'm assuming there's a trailer because it seemed like a trailer-ready movie. There were trailers before the movie, so I think they would, definitely have a trailer.
Okay. In that case. Are you ready for us to show the trailer?
Yeah.
It's over there. By Shaggy. Yeah, it came out of Shaggy's head.
Your head's too cute. Anyway.
Maybe.
What? Anything I should know about the trailer?
Yeah, it's camouflaged.
It's a camouflage. I can't see it.
It's in the woods.
That makes it easy. I can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah,
and it beeps a lot.
It beeps?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It beeps.
The beeping camouflage trailer.
Yes. Oh, that's what we forgot to talk about. We also are having this as a podcast. So. Oh, and if it's 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday, and you're available, come talk to us. It's where we like to talk to people on the chat on the YouTube channel.
As far as I know, it's only on the YouTube channel.
On Tingler Television.
I think they said it was going to be on the Tingler Television channel too last week, but I didn't ever check to verify. So if you don't find it on the YouTubes or you don't find it on tinglertelevision.com, then check the other because it'll be on one of the 2 places, or possibly both. And eventually, hopefully someday back on Roku, but one thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
But yes, our podcast is available every Thursday. The day after this show airs, you'll be able to listen to it if either A, you missed it, or B, you would like to, listen to it while you're driving to work or while you're at work.
If you just like us that much that you want to watch it and listen to us,
then, you do have that option. But if you miss the show here and you don't want to go back and find it on YouTube and watch it, you can listen to it that way as well. So
yeah. All right.
Options.
Okay, now on to the trailer. Now that I got all that housekeeping stuff out of the way. Okay, we'll be right back.
All right, everybody, let's try to keep it together. We got a lot of hiking over the next few days. We follow the river first and then go deep, real deep.
All right, these bones aren't human.
So what's this all mean?
It means that until sometime very recently, there was an entirely unknown species of mammal out here.
Unknown.
Someone's coming.
Someone or something?
Brian? Brian!
There's more than one of them out there.
Done housekeeping.
And we're back. Joel's done housekeeping now. Hopefully you enjoyed that little rendition of farts and burps and all sorts of things that Joel probably threw in there.
You assume a lot, madam.
I
but
assume
you
correctly.
maybe- I don't know what it is. Ever since I learned that there were lots of fart noises on the
On his
on the,
editing app.
editing software that we use, and Mrs. Newly Dead decided to get a subscription to it, so it's even got more farts on it than normal. Lots of farts
So many farts.
and other noises too.
Yeah.
But anyway, whenever we watch the movie, we tend to. Well, I always take notes. The notes are
I took
available.
some this time too.
And I was just going to say, sometimes Mrs. Newly Dead does. But this week we both did. And at the end of the year, she collects all of the notes that I do that have pictures and my thoughts and whatever. And she puts them into a little flip book that you can check out on thenewlydeads.com. So if you want to see the first year of the show, there you go. Just go over there. It's towards the bottom of the page. Check it out. All right. So this week,
What'd you draw?
I drew some
Oh, Mr.
dynamite
Hinky.
because I want to blow up the movie.
I
drew-
thought I saw you drawing Mr. Hinky. He did
That's-
a really good rendition of Mr. Hinky there. What is that? Is that a
Sam-
Yeti?
Like a Sam
A
Scranch.
Sam Scranch? Yeah.
And then, Mr. Hinky, the
Mhm.
Christmas Pooh.
Mhm.
He's in color, just like you.
Hmm.
I read a rhyme.
I am very proud of my hand lettering for
Look at that.
Sasquatch.
And I
I drew
he
a-
looks very sexy.
I
He's
drew
like, he's like
He's
smoldering
got a beard.
Sasquatch. He's like,
He's got a beard.
"Sup?"
Yeah. He's got big eyes.
He is.
And then I wrote Sam Squanch on the bottom.
Because if you're a fan of the Trailer Park Boys, and we are, it was something we watched together until it finally ended. When we first met, it was a thing for both of us. We watched it all the way through.
Yes. I also wrote, it's a dang old Sam Squanch on here.
The Sam Squanch. Sorry, I like doing my Bubbles impression.
Yeah.
I hope that didn't annoy anyone. And if you don't like Trailer Park Boys, I apologize for that too.
It's a funny show.
But yeah, I like it. I think we should get a copy of that up there because people need to see your smoldering Sam Squanch.
Oh, I can make that into a sticker also.
'Cause he's like,
Would someone like this as a sticker? Sasquatch Hunters. I was actually thinking about flipping it and like making the Sasquatches a hunter, like they're hunting people.
well, that's something we need to talk about with the movie
Oh,
too.
right.
Good call.
Yeah.
Shaggy's sniffing a box over there.
It's a double thing. Yeah. I was very proud of that.
It's a like I said, he's a smoldering Sasquatch. He's like, hey baby.
I mean, not the guy, but the
Oh, well, the
lettering.
hand lettering.
I did
You're
well
good
on the
at hand
lettering. I even made this look like I don't know if you can see, but it looks like it's got camouflage in it, kind of.
Oh, I do see it now.
Yeah.
It's dark in here, kind of
'Cause it's
within the lights and
camouflage.
stuff. You can't really.
You can't see it
see
at
it.
all.
All I saw was the word Sasquatch.
You didn't even see hunters.
So Sasquatch
Anyways.
Hunters is from 2005. It's currently sitting at 3.3 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. This
Go.
was written and directed by Fred Tepper. It was also written by two other people, but we'll get to them in a minute. So if you can believe this was written by three different people. So Fred Tepper is known for this.
Good job.
Fred Tepper is known for writing this. Nothing else. No other credits.
Maybe this is his masterpiece.
This is his
Piece de
Sistine
Resistance.
Chapel.
His Sistine Chapel.
His Sistine Chapel, or his Piece de Resistance.
Hmm.
So this was also written by Alan Matz, who is known for Megas XLR, Megas, MEGAS, Megas XLR. Wow, that was very hard to say.
Yeah.
I'll put the box up here. You'll see how it's spelled out. Something called Pucca, Pucca, not the
Oh, I was like,
not the creepy Christmas horror movie. Well, there's two of the Pucca movies. And a short called Miss 3 p.m., which I believe that was all they had in their credits other than this.
cool.
And the other writer is Tom Zimmerman, who wrote
A lot of one-note wonders.
They couldn't top this. They did this and like, man, I got to get out of the game because I can't do any better.
Sam squanching it all the way.
They couldn't do any worse. So this stars one Matt Lattimore, who is known for In Your Face,
In Your Face.
Silent Screenplay, which sounds interesting, and Creature of Darkness. The creature. They sound like Julian Sands recipes. This also stars Amy Shelton White, who is known for Slaughter Studios, which sounds like a movie we'd probably review at some point. Quiet Kill, not to be confused with A Quiet Place.
Mm-hmm.
And Dino Croc.
Nice.
That's definitely a movie we'd review.
Yeah.
And finally, I'm going to mention Gary Sturm, who is known for a movie called Robocall, which is not quite what you think, but it's kind of what you think. Yard Sale, which...
Not what you think, but kind of what
it
you
might
think.
be. And Happy Hunting, which the box cover looks very familiar. It reminds me of the box cover for Blue Ruin, I think is what it was reminiscent of, and I thought I'd seen it at first, and then I think it was just because it looks so similar. But I'm not sure. I'll have to revisit that, and maybe I'll put a little note here. All right, so at this point, my wife turns to me and says,
"What did you think?"
And I say, "Howdy ho."
Yeah.
No, I got to start off with the word hair hole. I don't know if that's one word or two.
He did call someone a hair hole.
But at the beginning of the movie, one of the characters called another character a hair hole, and we both thought that was humorous. So I had to write it in.
It was very funny.
I also wrote further on in my notes, Bigfoot monkey, because I kept getting really confused to why Bigfoot looked like a really oversized gorilla that was kind of humanoid.
What's the point?
Well, I know, but I didn't realize that. Like, I don't remember them saying at any point like this giant,
He was saying it was a primate.
Is from China.
That's what the scientist guys were talking about in the beginning.
I must have just
The
really
paleontology
zoned
professors.
out because
he was like, yeah, he was talking about the ancient primate or whatever. That is the one thing I remember.
That somehow. And I was taking notes. I don't know how I missed it, but I somehow missed that it was a primate because it really looked like a giant, humanoid gorilla. And I usually think of Sam Squanch as being kind of more of humanoid, but more of a monstery sort of humanoid, not so much like an animal that's recognizable.
No, because he called it what is that word? Something Pithecus.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he called it that.
They had burned it.
Yeah, what they normally would call a Sasquatch or whatever. He called it something Pithecus. Right? Isn't that the word?
Something like that. Yeah, I know the word you're thinking of, but I can't think of the first part of it either. I also was discussing the finer points of
Homeo something.
Pithecus?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Something like that.
Sounds good. Sounds pretty smart. Was the difference between a Yeti and a Sam Squanch?
You were trying to figure that out?
We kind of talked about it briefly because I always feel like they're related.
Yeah, but Yetis are in the
they're in the cold areas, the cold climates, but they're not. They're
essentially the same.
Like cousins, sort of.
Yeah, kind of relatey. I think Yetis and Sasquatches are the same.
So it's like a Bigfoot that's not Yeti. Ready yet? Yeti red. That didn't work. Anyway, erase that joke. I'll fix it
out of your brain.
The Sam Squanch made us laugh in the first 5 minutes because the first time we saw it, we weren't ready for what we were going to be getting.
Very, very bad CGI.
The Sasquatches vary pretty heavily from one movie to the next. And we were watching this with my kid, and they were laughing pretty hard the first time it popped on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And when it pulled a Jason versus tree move, where it grabbed one of the campers and smacked him up against a tree like Jason did with the kid.
You could totally tell it was fake.
In the body bag twice. They did it there, and yeah, it looked really bad. Why are you angry?
Our dog is growling at us.
Bailey, I think he wants to be picked up, and Shaggy's in the way.
This is our house.
Bailey, come on, buddy. Come on. All right. And Bailey, ladies and gentlemen. That'll get him to stop talking.
Hi. Oh,
All right.
okay.
What else? What else? Oh, I said this feels like an old TV movie or a full moon movie. Like,
Oh,
you know?
yeah. I said, is this made for TV? Question mark.
it felt like that,
It
right?
had very annoying music also.
Which, if you've ever seen a Charles Band movie, or I'm sorry, Richard Band?
Charles Band.
Then you know that Richard Band does a lot of his music, and it reminded me of a Richard Band soundtrack. That's why I think I went with the full moon reference.
Mm.
And I wrote, like, halfway through the movie, I'm like, I nothing this movie. Like, I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. It was just kind of there.
This movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I said, I thought it had promise, but it was just a snooze fest.
I thought it had promise, but it was a lie.
I hated the pervy and I can't say it. Pervy McAnnoying guy.
Pervy McAnnoying. It just like legitimately, like, I didn't want to pay attention because there was nothing happening, but there was a lot happening. Like, there was always things going on, but none of it really mattered, and it was just pointless. You don't care about any of the characters.
Yeah.
They don't try to make you care about any of the characters. I wrote Shag Squanch because
Shaggy.
yeah, Shaggy. We were talking about Shaggy Vienna,
Damn
looking
Squanch.
like the Sasquatch or whatever. I don't think I knew what was going on half of the movie. I was confused. And then you mentioned earlier about the Sasquatch hunters thing. That was kind of, I think, their way of being clever, because you realize at some point that, number one, they're not there to hunt the Sasquatch. They run into the Sasquatch and Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
I was going to say Sam Squanch or Sasquatch, and it came out Sasquatch.
Keep saying Sasquatch.
Saskatchewan. They're there for other reasons and then run into the Sam Squanch. That's going to keep me from saying it wrong.
Yeah.
But then you realize that they're kind of then become Sasquatch hunters, but also the Sasquatch are hunting them. So who really is the Sasquatch?
And it's multi-Sasquatches.
That is the big, like, secret that, it's no spoiler because we're going to recommend you don't watch this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is so many Sasquatches in this movie. Like, by the end, they're being chased by like 10 or 15 Sasquatches, and they all look like angry humanoid monkeys. And they're big, like, they're large. They're definitely like Sasquatches. They're like 8 feet tall or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're mean.
And they're so mean, and they're just everywhere. And they all look identical. Like, I don't think they'd used a different model for any of them. They all just like cut and paste.
Yeah, it was all cut and paste.
And that part got to be a little fun because you just were watching all the Sasquatches doing silly things. Like, one of them picked up one of the girls and then threw the girl at the guy. Like, it was holding her up and she's screaming. And then he went, "Ugh," and you see this like CGI woman fly across the screen.
Yeah.
And then you cut to him, like, where she jumps into his arm off a ladder or something.
So stupid.
And it looked so bad. You are just needy. It just looked really bad, but it was so comical that it was funny. Like, it was enjoyable for that reason. But, when you think about the last 5 minutes is the only part where you're actually like engaged and give a crap about the movie, it's not a good thing.
No.
And then the ending.
I will tell you, I fell asleep.
She did. If that tells you guys anything.
Snooze fest.
She fell asleep.
I wrote sleep with a bunch of Z's.
She actually wrote sleep while she was sleeping. It's amazing. She was like, this is cool.
So the end.
Yeah, the ending of the movie, they all get in their Jeep and they're racing off, and the Sasquatches are like chasing after them, but they can't run as fast as a Jeep. And they drive like a minute down the road and then they stop to talk. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
They're not that far away. But then they drive off into the sunset, and you cut back to like the Sasquatches, and then they like pan up into the night or the sky where it's starting to get dark, and you hear the Sasquatches like roaring, and that's the end. Like,
it just ends.
It just ends with whoever didn't die getting away in the Jeep, and then the Sasquatch is making some sound and doing the little night moves or whatever.
I'm glad I bought this movie, though.
Is there a sequel?
I do like Sasquatches.
She is a big Sasquatch. I mean, there's so many movies about Bigfoot. So many movies about Bigfoot. And I've only seen like a small, like this much of them. Because I'm not like a Bigfoot guy like she is. She likes the Bigfoot.
I've been drawing it since I was a little kid.
It's a thing. So we've got a lot more to cover. Maybe we'll do like a Bigfoot month or something sometime.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can honestly say I've not seen that many. So
Or just a cryptid month.
we could specifically locate cryptid films and then randomize them so we're still following the formula to an extent. Or we just start looking in places for cryptid related movies, and once we have four of them,
Loch Ness Monster.
which I'm sure we could find some. Do a little
Or Ogopogo.
I mean, we certainly could, but we'll talk about this off camera. Off camera.
All right. So out of Dino Bones.
Dino?
Are you done?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've already ruined the ending for everyone who wants to see it. That's my own fault.
Yeah, don't watch it. Out of Dino Bones.
Oh, is it my turn to rate it already? That's right. You said Dino Bones already. Out of 5 Dino Bones, I'm giving it just for the ending and the fact that we got a good laugh out of it. I'm going to give it a 0.5.
Oh my gosh. That's what I gave it.
Oh, yeah, we're 0.5. Well, I don't want you to see it.
What?
I didn't want you to see the movie I recommended to tell you.
Oh, I see.
Until I tell you.
That's a good segue.
Look at that.
So if they don't want to watch this lovely movie, what should they watch?
Well, I already recommended Willow Creek on another show, which is Bobcat Goldthwait's Bigfoot movie. And I can't recommend Harry and the Hendersons, and I can't recommend I had a hard time thinking about this, and then I remembered one movie that I saw before I met you that was very weird, but is worth a watch if you've never seen it. And it's a different take on Bigfoot. Like I've never seen a Bigfoot like this before. Incidentally, don't forget Bigfoot Sunrise is currently in the theaters. I think it's Sasquatch Sunset. I don't know. I'll put it here. The one with Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, Michael Cera dressed as a, I don't know. Somebody's dressed as a Sasquatch, and it's supposed to be really gross, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm recommending the 2018 film, The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot, which stars Sam Elliott as a hunter who it opens up with him killing Bigfoot, and then fast forwards to him now an old man, and the government calling him again because did he age that much? I don't remember. It's still in the past. It's not like I don't think it's modern age. But anyway, they call on him when he's much older to go and track down the Bigfoot monster to kill it because he's the guy who killed Hitler.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yep.
It's a strange movie that I've never even would have crossed my mind to make this movie. And then when I watched it, I was like, that is not the Bigfoot I remember. It's a very different Bigfoot. But if you've never seen it, you got to see it at least once in your life because the title alone is worth the price of it.
Agreed.
And who doesn't like, Sam Elliott?
Yeah, I love Sam Elliott.
Him and his mustache. Kicking
so much buttholes. Mustache. Okay, well, what are we watching next week? Oh, wait, should I blow it up?
That's up to you. Watch out for Bailey. He's okay. He dodged it. All right, so from the big box of fun, chosen at random.
Oh, yeah. Another haunting movie. The Haunting of Hythe House.
From 2021. This is one of the most recent movies we've seen. Yeah, I know. It looks like they're giving him a facial. Not a facial, but a facial. Like they're rubbing his face and making him feel good. They're going to put cucumbers on his eyes.
Yeah, some strange looking stuff on the back of this box here. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not big on, it's an ITN. I didn't notice that.
It is an ITN. When is it
I'm not big on haunting movies, 2021. I have issues with a lot of them, so who knows? Maybe this will be the one that makes me a believer.
Champ Dog Films.
Oh.
All right. Danny.
Oh, sorry. What?
Danny is an online film reviewer who spends his days trashing independent horror films from behind his pseudonym, Danny the Destroyer.
Her brother's name is Dan.
What we're doing right now.
And we're trashing movies sometimes too that we don't really like.
Maybe this is about us.
This is meta. Go ahead.
His brutal reviews have earned him millions of followers online. That is not us. Yeah. So
That was close.
But
for
also
that.
a few enemies with an axe to grind. After his latest review, a voice from his computer informs him that he's been hacked.
Oh.
And unless he enters the infamous and abandoned Heath house, his true identity will be revealed online.
Oh.
Wanting to keep his identity a secret, Danny reluctantly travels to the creepy old house and quickly discovers he is now the star of his own horrific nightmare.
That's the old movie reviewer in a haunted house. It's clear his name and not be found
Trope.
out movie. Yeah, such an old trope. Seen this 100,000 times.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be good.
I don't know. I mean,
It's got a
sometimes-
slipcover.
Sometimes we find, yeah, I mean,
That's a fancy movie when it's got a slipcover.
I mean,
Where'd you find this? Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sometimes Dollar
Enter
Tree
if you
has
dare.
slipcovers. So I'm not always in the best shape, but this one
I'm excited about it.
I may have
gonna-
gotten there on a good day.
I'm going to come in with high hopes. All right. So- Where can they find us?
You can find us, as previously mentioned, at thenewlydeads.com. You cannot find Bailey there, sadly, but you can find our links to our blog, our podcast, our YouTube
And
channel.
At the end
Our-
of May.
We can find out our events that we'll be going to. Where at the end of May we'll be at Summerween. We will
Wolf Hollow.
be at Wolf Hollow, hawking our wares.
Gift
So if you'd like
shop.
to come check out what we got, if you want to buy one of our handmade goods or one of our limited edition, only available at the event, Summerween stickers, one designed by Mrs. Newly Dead, one designed by me, and a poster specifically for the show that we designed together. They're only available there, so you should come by, say hi. If you want us to autograph it, we'll do that for you.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We'll be there. And also you can check out my flip book on the bottom of the webpage, and it has links to all of our other stuff and a bunch of content and lots of good stuff. So go check it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. And until next week.
Keep it cheap and creepy.
Go look after your mother and sister. Where are you going? We gotta finish this.